Hi folks, welcome back to the channel. Got some interesting video for you today. The wife and I are going to go pick up 13 koi from one of our friends who's going to be doing some traveling outside the country, and they've got a small koi pond with 13 koi in it, and they aren't going to be able to feed them or anything like that, so they asked us if we wanted to put them in our pond, seeing as we don't have anything in there to speak of. So sure, no problem. So today we're going to go do that. We're going to go pick up the koi fish, and this video is going to be about our little trip to get some fish. So I've got to get a container ready, and what I've got is in Thailand they have these big ice chests that are made out of plastic, and here's mine. See that big red thing back there? That's it. So I got to dig it out of there, and we'll get it all cleaned up, filled up with about a quarter of the way up with some good, clean, fresh water. And this afternoon we're gonna go get some koi. So that's what we got planned for you today. Talk to y'all later. Okay folks, the Tata is loaded up, as you can tell. I've got my big ice chest in the back, anchored down, locked, and water up to about here. It's a 100-liter tank. You got my nets over there, and an extra bucket just in case we want to put some of her water in with this. Okay folks, we're at the place where we're going to get the koi. This is Mohan, and you all know him from some of the other videos, and Noni's in there. Just, you got to listen. You hear that? That's Noni. So anyhow, Mohan and I got 13 koi in here that we need to catch. So yeah, I know.
This is from Eddie's house.
Got some of those.
He have a lot. How many?
This is not good.
No good.
They are fast, huh? Oh.
They don't want to get caught.
I'm just wondering, shall we off the air?
Yeah, go ahead and shut it off.
Yeah, because then you can see. Ooh, wow. Bloody hell.
Well, I had two of them. They dipped out.
Quite feisty characters.
Both of them. Now I know where they were going. Those corners. There we go.
Oof.
Two.
Oh.
11 to go. What, that cat was in there? I'm not very good at this shit, you know that. Somebody had to get undressed to get him.
Mohan can carry them.
All right. We're going to try it one more time. Got turned around sideways on me. There's at least 2 up there. I'm getting all wet.
No, your camera.
I'll trade you. Go put that one in. We got at least 1 more in here. I saw. At least 1. Got it.
Huh? Is that the last of the Mohicans?
I think. We'll try a couple more runs, but I don't think that there's any more in here. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, they got popped in the back. Oh my goodness. Drink a beer. Folks, I need to explain a little bit about today's video about going and collecting some koi to put in our pond. Some friends of ours are going to be doing some out of town stuff, and they didn't want to leave the koi in the pond with nobody to take care of them or anything like that, so they asked us if we wanted them, and I got no problem with some koi being in there. But I was thinking, you know, get some koi, you know. She said 13 of them, this big. There's a couple of them that are this big, okay? But the rest of them are all this long. See, from here to here. Yeah, big suckers. So I take my ice chest, which is, I don't know, 60 liters or something like that. It's a pretty good size. 100 liters, I don't know. It's pretty good size. And I didn't take any aeration or anything like that because I was thinking, you know, 13 little fish about like this. And, you know, I got a 40-minute drive. I said, no problem. I got good clean water in there. They'll make it no sweat. Well, I didn't count on it taking so long to catch the fish, for one, okay? There was, they had a lot of pots and stuff down in the bottom of the tank, and the fish were real good about using those to avoid the nets. And then they had this one corner that was piled up with rocks. And the smaller ones, okay, it would get back up in those rocks. I ended up catching 2 of them by hand to get them out of there. But the rest of them, we netted, and that's on the video. So it was interesting to say the least. But I was worried all the way home. You know, I had traffic problems, but it probably cost me 20-25 minutes of driving time with the traffic, the construction work, and not being able to go through intersections when I should have been able to go through them. And I was worried about the health of the fish because I did not have an aerator in this tank. And believe me, if I ever do this again, I'll have an aerator in the tank, or there will not be that many fish put in it. But she said she had 13. We put 13 koi in there. So there still may be a couple of koi in her deal. I don't know. But if there are, we'll get those at a later date. So I brought these home. As soon as I went through the gate, I stopped the truck, got out, grabbed the net, and started netting the fish out of that tank that I had. My ice chest basically is what it was. And my party ice chest, big sucker. I started putting the fish in the pond, and the wife comes up there and she's going, no, don't throw them in, don't throw them in. You know, I'm sitting back there, I gotta get them in this water now, you know, and finally got all of them put in there, and there was 3 of them that, you know, belly up, didn't want to do squat. So in the water I go, and this is the second time I went swimming today. In the water I go, and I start taking these 3 fish, and from my fishing experience on how to revive a well-spent fish, I'm out there and I'm working these fish, you know, trying to get oxygen through their gills and water to flow through, and you know, finally this one, he takes off, and he's doing circles, but he takes off, and he's kind of straight up and down. The other two kept belly up, but I got him. I got one of them toward he would run straight, and running through we turned on the aerator fountains out here, and ran him through there a few times, and he really liked that, you know, and pretty soon he was off swimming by himself and staying underwater and not turning belly up. But this one, you know, started doing the circles and kept making bigger circles and bigger circles, and eventually got to the point to where he was going straight, and he is now no longer up on top of the water, and he's swimming down below with the other koi. But there was one, a spotted red and white spotted koi that just could not get turned over and stay straight up. So we took him out and put him in one of our fountains that's fairly good sized fountains, but it has some plants in there. And then we kind of stuck him in this one little area to where he is now staying straight up and down. He's working his gills good, and he's in super aerated water. We turn these fountains on daily, and he's got all the oxygen he possibly wants. If he makes it through the night, he's going back in the pond, and he should be able to swim straight and stay belly down. So if not, then I'll be back out there tomorrow swimming with him until he gets it straightened out. The rest of them, they're all swimming from one end of that pond to the other. You know, I see them, and the big ones, you know, the ones that are this big, and I can't believe we got some that damn big. But anyhow, hope you enjoyed this video. It was pretty neat to make. I did find out one thing, that when it rains, if you're already in the water, it's not so bad, okay? So just thought I'd throw that out there. But bad knee. Anyhow, it's Leo time, and I need to take this video and edit it and get it on YouTube. So talk to y'all later.